name is BJ Berry. I am 37. My mom and dad moved here from the Midwest specifically because they were interested in skiing. It's been a major influence on my life the whole time. One day I became a quadriplegic. Right now I incurred an injury skiing in a ski across race. The day that my neck was broken was 11 years ago, and it was basically, I tried to get up off the snow, couldn't do it. I heard my neck crink. They flew me off in a helicopter. I woke up in the hospital, couldn't move. I was inside of a shell. I am categorized as a C-6 incomplete spinal cord injury, and what that means is that there are certain spinal cord injuries that are actually complete, where the function below your injury is zero. So you don't have any feeling. For instance, I'm a C6, so that injury is about right here. So a complete injury would have no feeling below this point or movement. Where I started out, I had started off at the University of Utah Hospital. We transferred me to Craig Hospital in Denver because we thought it would be a better rehab facility and that it was rated higher. So we went there, and after 4 months, when I left Craig Hospital, my hands were such that they were like, until you get more function, we really can't do anything with them. My hand function was they were not closed like a normal quadriplegic. They were open, and I'm lucky to have that. Most quadriplegics, when they get hurt, their hands go like this, so they're tight and they're non-functional. And I could actually grasp or hold on to a piece of tissue paper, but if I were to try to tear it apart, my hands would have just slipped, because that's the pressure. The pounds of pressure I had was zero. If I were to try to roll over in bed, that was not an option. Trying to get dressed, also, I needed assistance. Obviously, the little things like trying to do buttons and shoes, that was just like not even a question. So leaving the Craig Hospital, I then came back to Salt Lake to Health South, another rehab facility, and there was a therapist there that saw the incredible aspects of my hands being open and not closed like this, and she said that she thought that there might be possibility in me gaining some function because of that. Whereas everyone else was just saying and waiting, let's try to wait and see if you get function back. She kind of was more aggressive at it. She had a bunch of little things that she helped me out with, and they had some machines there that were very functional to help that process out. And from that point, being able to open the hands just by using minimal pounds of pressure on each finger, or functions like this, or any different type of function that would make the wrist and the hand gain a little bit more pounds of pressure, just a little bit more per day. That's what has pushed the progression forward. From that day forward, I have been just using my mind to push me forward through what endeavor comes next to me. Anything that I get, I know I'm able to handle. it's enabling me to just become a bigger person. Like I said before, anything that you get is something that can become a blessing, or you can consider it a curse. But I choose to utilize all these endeavors to push me to higher levels. And it's a challenge. What I've found that helps me out the most is to release myself from myself. Basically, the preconditioned thoughts that I once had that I thought were so very important, valuable, turned out to be lesser of importance. And therefore, when I don't attach myself to them, I realize the more limitless situation I can now attain, rather than the limited one that I thought I was in. Yeah, so when my ultimate advice for not only myself, but for other people, and what I've learned, is for me to focus on where I am in the present moment, and to understand that what I thought I was doesn't necessarily mean who I am or who I'm going to be. And to attach myself to who I was a lot of the times has stifled me, so I release myself from that, move forward into the new being and the unlimited being that I can be. And it's definitely not on my own. Everything, it's all encompassing. All the people that have been thrown or given to my life have been a blessing to push me in that direction. And I have been looking in that direction, but they've also just kind of funneled in. And seemingly, most people don't really have that steady type of progression, and so their path doesn't really adhere to maybe trying to get more function. Maybe they're better suited to go and use their mind and their body in different ways. But for me, I was definitely prompted to continue and to try to find alternatives that were not given to me off the bat.